Now notice what it says here about us in the old life. Verse 17. So this I say, I affirm together with you in the Lord, that you walk no longer as the Gentiles. Don't walk as a lost individual. In fact, you're not that way anymore. Notice it says, describes this lost individual, this person without Christ, in 4 ways. 1, futility of the mind. That means it's a wasted life. It means that this life has no picture here of eternity. It's just this life right now. We're just living now, and there's futility. There's a voidness there of any meaning. Verse 18, it says, second thing, darkened in their understanding. Why? Because they're excluded from the life of God. There's darkness there. They can't even see where they need to change. They have no light there. And because of that darkness, they have no answers to life. They see the problems sometimes with everybody else, but they don't see the answers. And this is a true story where one professor was in a university and he was teaching, the psychology professor was teaching how this one man who was a serial criminal, serial killer, was the way he was because he hated his mother. And so the class didn't argue with that, but one young lady raised her hand and she said, well, what can we do for this young man so he wouldn't hate his mother or he would not commit these crimes because of his hatred for his mother? And the professor looked at her with a blank stare and said, well, I don't know. That's not in my department. That's another department. Well, it is another department. It's a spiritual department. Because without God, there is no answers to life. Because answers have spiritual value to them. Anytime you come up with an ethic question or a value question of the meaning and the purpose of things, you get into the spiritual realm. But here we find these people are in darkness. And then there's a hardness, verse 19. There's a hardness, the callousness of the heart. There's blind spots here. They can't even see where they need to change. They don't even see it. I mean, you don't have a situation in life where a guy comes along and he's not a believer and he says, well, you know, life's just great for me. My kids are great. My wife's great. I got a great marriage, and it's all satisfying. It's all fulfilling. I've got peace in my heart. I've got hope in my heart. Oh, by the way, I wouldn't mind, repenting of all that, turning my life around, changing my life totally to follow Jesus. You don't find that. What do you find? You find somebody that may have it all, but they're not satisfied. You have people with needs in their life, and suddenly they come to a point of seeing these types of needs in their life, and they know, hey, I need something that I don't have. And they come to know Christ. Notice there's a darkness here because they don't see the need for the change. Finally, there's sensuality. There's habits, there's ruts, there's stuckness, there's addictions, ending up in idolatry. And so, how do we change? Well, you got to see the need.